All right. How we doing tonight? This is Jim from Bang Time Pool, and we definitely have a good one tonight. We have Lil Chris out of Texas and Joe's Pool School. And Joe, you know what? Now that I'm thinking you're out of Minnesota?
Yeah, that's right. You know, the far north.
Okay. So, yes, I am correct. All right. I apologize for that. That wasn't planned. But I do have three co-hosts with me tonight. I have Ruben, Roopster 760. I have Chuck from Backyard Billiards. I have Darren, Mr. Edit One. And gentlemen, we've been talking off camera, and we've had fans lined up, viewers lined up here for, 45 minutes or so waiting on this. So we don't have to spend a lot of time. We know this is going to be one heck of a match. I mean, Lil Chris, he scored, obviously 65. He's been in the 50s. He's been in the 60s. Joe has been in the mid 50s, 56 in his first match. These guys know how to do this. They know how to play this format. And I'm going to start with you, Roopster. What do you think are the keys tonight for both of these guys?
Well, I don't think we even need to say what they need to do. We already know what they need to do. They know what they need to do. But what I think is we haven't seen everything from Joe yet. I really think we still haven't seen his solid game. And I got a feeling tonight is going to be probably one of our highest scoring nights, between both opponents. And I'm thinking Joe's going to bring a really good game today, which we already know what Chris brings, of course. He's sitting pretty with his 65, and he's more relaxed than ever, I feel. Especially, I don't know if you guys have been over to his live streams, when he's having them, and he's just running through racks,
Absolutely. Yes. And I agree with you. I think we're going to have one of the highest scoring nights, as you stated, that we've ever had. I think it's going to take a whole heck of a lot to win this match. I don't think either of these guys are going to back down. These guys, we're in the third round. These guys have played two matches. Both, they're used to it. They know what to expect. The nerves are going to be there, obviously, but they're going to control the nerves, I believe, and they're going to put some numbers up. So let's go to Chuck from Backyard Billiards. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing real good, man. I'm feeling good and stroking good. Just feeling a lot better than I have been the past couple of weeks.
Let's talk about the break a little bit. So obviously the break's going to be important tonight. What do you think is going to be an important factor in the break to distinguish, the person that wins this match tonight versus the person that gets second place?
Well, in this format, really the best thing is just getting you a good spread and then trying not to get no clusters. You're going to have good breaks and bad breaks. You're going to have funny rolls here and there. But, the main thing is just getting good contact and just try to get a good spread.
Absolutely. And we've seen both of these guys have gotten great breaks throughout the match. Now, Joe in his second match, and I know Joe, he's worked on this, okay? His first match, he was dead on his break, got great spreads. Second match, he kind of got some clusters, and he struggled a little bit. But I know Joe, he's behind the scenes right now working on this. And really, I haven't talked to him that much, but I know the man. He works hard at what he does, and he's passionate about it. And I know he's been behind the scenes working on his break. And we'll bring him in, and he'll confirm that here in a little bit. But Darren, how you doing tonight?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. So I'm gonna put you on the spot, man. We didn't even rehearse this. All right. I'm gonna have you pick a winner for me tonight.
Well, I'm going to pick Joe because I always pick the underdog. I just wanted to say that I'll go against the grain on this and say that everybody knows that these guys can put up big numbers. But it doesn't matter if the score is in the 70s tonight or the score is in the 20s. Whoever pockets the most balls is going to win. Absolutely. And both guys are capable of doing big things. So I'm just looking forward to the entertainment. It's free. It's on YouTube, and all you have to do is click the link to be here. So I'm excited about it.
And, awesome. All the viewers here. I mean, we haven't even started yet, and we're almost at 50 viewers. That's pretty awesome. So let me bring in the main attractions of the night, so to speak. Let's bring in little Chris and Joe. Chris, I'm going to start with you first. You've been through this a couple times. How were the nerves tonight first of all?
Well, like Roopster had said, nerves are always going to be there when you're in competition, but I did a couple of live streams here and there after I played my first match. I finally started tinkering with doing some live streams. And on those live streams, I have a lot of bloopers where I'm like forgetting to turn cameras off, or if I'm doing demonstrations and I mess up during the demonstrations because I am human, but lots of people get to see all those mistakes. And you would normally think that would be like an embarrassing moment, but for me, it was more of a comforting moment so that people actually see that I am human, I make mistakes, and that allows my nerves to get less and less. I mean, they're still there, but definitely not as much as when I played my first match, and not as much as when Darren and I played our match, but they're still there.
All right. And just to put you on the spot, I don't mean to do that, but if you had a number tonight to pick that would win this match, total balls, what would that be?
Well, my record is 65, so I'm going to do the prices right and say 66.
I love it, man. I love it. All right. By the way, when Chris did have that blooper the other night, I was watching the stream, and I automatically texted him and said, "Hey, man, check your camera." So, we work together, man. It's all good. But let's go to Joe. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm good.
All right. So, how are the nerves tonight?
I'm just what I'm feeling is that I'm happy to be at this point in the tournament. Like I said, at the very first time, just wanting to compete, enjoying myself. The nerves that I feel right now are mostly like, I don't know, like let's go into battle type of thing rather than like what's going to happen. They're both nerves, but one's more on the like, all right, let's do this. One more like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm on the, moving forward confidently side. But yeah, I feel a little bit of butterflies before competition. I think anybody does, because your practice is different than the game, and it's no different for me. So
yeah, it's obviously I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. I'm kind of gearing this towards the fans. They're both going to feel nerves, but when you get into competition, and Roofster can tell you this, Chuck can tell you this, I can tell you this. You're going to have nerves, but you have to be able to control them. The nerves cannot control your game. It's going to be there, but you have to put that aside and play your game. And that's what we're going to see tonight. All right. These are two great shooters, and no doubt there's going to be a great match. So, we're at almost 60 viewers now. Incredible before the match has even started. So, Chris, what we're going to do right now is we're going to fire this up. You're going to have the coin toss. All right. So you can go ahead. I'm going to put this on the screen. You can go ahead and give me a call.
I call heads.
It is tails. So at this point, Joe, you will have the choice now. You can either pass this to Chris and let him break first, or you can go ahead and break first. That will be your choice.
I'll take the break.
So Joe will lead us off in rack number 1, and Chris will follow. Now, just as we're here, we're going to cover the rules slightly, quickly. So what's going to happen is Joe's going to break the first rack. He will have a choice. Joe can leave the ball where it lays and try to run out a 1 through 9, because we are playing 9-ball. And if he is successful, he can earn up to 11 points. By leaving the ball where it lays after the break, he gets a bonus of 2 points. Now, if Joe would break and wouldn't have a clean shot on the lowest ball left on the table, he can take ball in hand and play for 9 points. Okay? If he would break and pocket the 9, okay, there's 3 options on the 9-ball pocketed on the break. First one is to take an automatic 7 points. It doesn't matter how many other balls fall. The only reward when you pocket the 9 and you declare that you're going to take that 7 points. Okay. Now, if you were to pocket the 9 ball and you say, I want to spot it, I want to take ball in hand, and I want to play for 9 points, that is another option. Now, all the balls that are down now do count. All right. You also have a third option on the 9 ball pocketed on the break. You can leave the cue ball where it lays, spot the 9, and play it for a possible 11 points. So that's very important because, for instance, if you're down by 8 points and you pocket the 9 on the 9th rack, you're obviously going to spot it and play for 9. All right. Now, combinations is another issue. Each player understands the concept of combinations. If, for instance, you are wired in a 1-9 combination, it is all balls down plus 2 for the 9. So if you are wired for a 1-9 combination and you make that combination, you're getting 2 points. Players know that. So what you're going to have to do is take ball in hand, play that 1 ball in another pocket, and try to run out, unless you want to take a low score in that rack. All right. Yes, Chris.
That combination rule, I did think of a scenario. That's despite taking ball in hand or not, because no ball in hand gives you 2 additional points. But if you end up comboing the 9 earlier, do those 2 extra points go away?
You can only earn 11 points if it is a natural run out, a 1 through 9. Okay, so if it was an early combination, it's going to count as a combination only, not the 11 points. That's a great point. All right. Any other questions, Joe, Chris, on the rules? If anyone in the chat has a question on the rules, I have Roopster, I have Darren, I have Chuck. They're all there to answer any questions that you do have. We're ready to fire this up. Joe, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Chris?
Ready to go. Good luck, Joe.
Right.
Good luck, Chris.
Good luck to both of you. And here we go with rack number 1.
Good luck, guys.
Now, before you break, Joe, I just want to remind the players a few things. When you do break, please let us know what balls are pocketed on the break and clearly state if you are taking ball in hand or not. And obviously, there's no one else in the room, but I just want to make this clear for everyone in the future. If we do hear any conversation on the side, then your rack will come to an end. Okay, so we want to make sure of that. We do have 3 people here plus myself. I will bank on these 3 people. If there is a close shot, they will give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the shot. We will live with majority rules, and that will be the final decision. Okay? All right, Joe, rack number 1.
Made the 3 ball, and I will take ball in hand.
Joe will play for 9 points with a ball in hand. Okay, looks like we may have a kick on the 5 ball here. Great shot, Joe. Oh. All right. So Joe with a 5 in rack number 1. All right, Chris. Rack number 1, my man. Good luck to you.
Thank you. All right, looks like I made the 5 ball on the break,
All right, 5 on the break.
and I will take ball in hand.
Chris will take ball in hand, playing for 9 points. That's a good point. As soon as the break and you have the first opportunity, if you can remove those magic racks, much appreciated.
Will do.
Good shot, Chris.
Thank you. I wish y'all can see what I can see because my cue ball is like covered in chalk marks, and I'm just always afraid that the cue ball and the object ball are going to skid if any of those chalk marks are at the contact spot. But I'm off to a good start.
Absolutely. Good run, Chris. So
Nice
after
shooting.
1 rack, we have Joe 5, Chris 9. All right, Joe, rack number 2. We have
Made the 7 and 6 ball.
6,
Take ball
7.
in hand.
Ball in hand, playing for 9. Six, 7 on the break. Joe was on the 8. So Joe with a 7 in rack number 2 for a total of 12. All right, Chris, rack number 2.
So it looks like the 1 ball and the 8 ball on the break.
1, 8.
All right, I am going to take ball in hand.
Playing for a possibility of 9.
Twice I've done that before. Okay. 4.
Okay. For a total of 13. So after 2 racks, we have Joe 12, Chris 13. All right, Joe, rack number 3.
Made the 8 ball and the 1 ball. I'll take ball in hand.
Joe is playing for a possibility of 9. So Joe does have a little tight spot in his table right now. So Joe with a 4 for a total of 16 after 3 racks. All right, Chris, rack number 3.
Looks like I have the 1 ball, the 7 ball, and the 8 ball down on the break.
Great break, Chris.
Thank you. I will be taking ball in hand.
All right, playing for 9. As we know, jump shots are permitted. It is your table, your choice. Great shot, Chris.
Thank you. Ah. 7.
For a total of 20. So after 3 racks, we have Joe 16, Chris 20. All right, Joe.
Sorry, the audio was breaking up there, Jim. Did you say 16, 20?
Yes, you have 16 and Chris has 20.
Okay, thank you. Ball in hand, dry break.
Okay. Playing for 9. So Joe with a 1 for a total of 17 after 4. Chris, rack number 4. Wow, another great break.
That was the 1, 5, and the 8.
1, 5, 8.
Can't do an 11 when I get a result like that, so I need the 1 ball to stay on the table.
Okay, Chris playing ball in hand, playing for 9. Very nice. So Chris with another ball in hand run. It's second of the first 4 racks. So after 4 racks, we have Joe 17 and Chris at 29. All right, Joe, just a reminder, after rack 5, we'll take a small break, let the players, get their wits about them a little bit and prepare for the final 4 racks. You are breaking rack number 5, Chris leading 29-17.
Made the 5. Not taking ball in hand.
Playing for 11. Good shot, Joe. Five on the break, playing the 6 ball. So Joe with a 6 in rack number 5 for a total of 23 after 5 racks. All right, Chris, you're sitting at 29 after 4. Joe at 23 after 5. You are breaking rack number 5.
Looks like that was the 4-ball and the 8-ball.
4-ball, 8-ball.
And I will be taking ball in hand.
Playing for 9.
Oh, crap.
All right, so Chris with a 2 for a total of 31. Oh, after 5 racks, we have Joe 23, Chris 31. Let's bring everyone back in for a second here. All right, so Roopster, let's start with you. Wow, Chris had a chance
Yes.
to kind of run away with it, right? And, you know, it happens to us all. We've all done it. But, you know, what's that do for Joe right now?
Well, I mean, he definitely left the door a little open. I was about to get my line ready for the next one after Chris ran that whole rack.
Yeah.
And say he's running with it. But he left that door open with that miss. But, you know, Chris is still Chris. You know, it's hard to even catch him on a bad night. You know, that little miss right there, you know, we've all felt it. We've all done it.
Absolutely.
It happens, especially on this game.
Yeah, if you say you've never done that, then you're not being truthful with us. I mean, we've all done it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, Chris will rebound from that. He's an experienced player. He'll go with it. He understands that it happens to us all. And Chuck, go ahead and unmute yourself for me. How we doing? All right.
We're doing good.
So, like I was talking to Rooster, so, you know, Chris left the door open a little bit, but let's go a little different direction. What do you think Joe, being down by 8, what do you think Joe needs to do right now to get back into this match?
Just relax and try not to worry about being down. Because I mean that's just, you can be your own worst enemy. We all know that. I mean, you know, you see the score and you see that, you know, you're behind, and it's just like quicksand. It's like, you know, mistake after mistake, and just you just gotta let it go and just refire yourself up this last half, because a lot of people do that. I've done that. I've been down the first half, and then, you know, after game 5, you know, I kicked it in a high gear before, and that's just what you got to do to catch up, and, you know, just play your game and just, you know, have fun, man. That's the biggest thing. Have fun.
Absolutely. Darren, let me bring you
Play a
in.
lot better.
You've been on both sides of the after the 5th rack here. You've been up after the 5th. You've been down after the 5th. So, little Chris, what do you think he needs to do to, you know, come out on top tonight? And then after that, what do you think Joe needs to do to come out on top?
Well, I think Chris is shooting pretty consistent. He had one mess up in there. Okay, it happens to everybody. Just because you don't run a rack doesn't mean you necessarily messed up. It's just it's hard to do that. You know, if everybody could run racks, we wouldn't be here on, you know, on this stream. We'd be playing somewhere professionally. But he made a great jump shot in, I think, the 3rd rack. And he had a couple monster breaks that were really good too. As far as Joe goes, I think, you know, I can speak from experience. You know, I lost my composure playing him, so that's ultimately, I thought, that what screwed me over. So just keep your composure, throw a little bit of water on your face, and you still got 4 more racks to go, and there's a lot of game to be played. You guys are within 1 rack, and I'm looking forward to the last 4. So,
Yeah, the great thing about this format, you know, Chris is up by 8 right now, but you can get a 9, a 10, or an 11. So you're not out of this by any stretch. So before we go to the players, I want to just give us all an update. We had 100 in here just a few minutes ago. We have 94, 95, something like that right now. But tomorrow night's a huge night for us as well. Tomorrow night, we're going to play kind of catch up. Morgan Bass had the same issue as Chuck did, and we need to catch that bracket up, and it's going to be a fun night, let me tell you. So each match is going to be 5 racks long. The first match will be the Josh Duff. And Josh, if you're out there, I know you are. I appreciate you being patient with us, man. I know you've been waiting a long time for this match. Good luck to you. Morgan, good luck to you. I'm glad you're back playing. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, immediately following that, the winner, whoever that is, moves forward and plays Dante, who has already moved ahead in the one-loss side. That will be another elimination match. So the winner will play Dante at approximately 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, we're not done. The winner of that match will move forward and play John Grego, who has already solidified his spot in the one-loss side. And that will be at approximately 9:30. So we will have 3 people leaving us tomorrow in 3 matches. All right. Now, we're not done. All right. Saturday night, 7 p.m., a little bit earlier. Nothing on Christmas Eve, nothing on Christmas. Spend that with your family. Stay safe. Do what you need to do. But we'll be back Saturday night, 7 p.m. Our own Chuck from Backyard Billiards will take on Sean Bell out of Kentucky. That's going to be a great match. That's a winner side match. The winner of that will go to the final 2 in the winner side. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the players right now. Chris, anything you need to change, or you're just going to just stick with your plan and just keep going forward with it?
If anything, I'd like to, have a shot on the 1 ball so I can attempt to score an 11. Those monster breaks, they look great on paper, but if I have to take ball in hand, then it's just 9 points. So I'm not getting the same type of spreads like I was getting against Darren. So I clearly need to figure out what changed to be able to have the same type of setup. But other than that, as long as I don't do what I did on that last rack, I just didn't give the shot its respect and missed like anybody else would. So it is what it is. But like y'all said, after I messed up my first rack, all the nerves are gone now. So it's game on at this point.
Cool. All right, Joe, you're down by 8. Anything can happen. Anything that you feel you can do differently, or any adjustments that you can make?
Just speed control. There have been very easy outs I've missed because I hit too little of the object ball and the cue ball went too far. In my mind, I very easily could have had 3 9s that turned into 4s or 5s. So really the only thing I'm focusing on is just, when I do pick the route that I'm going to go, just keeping an eye on my speed a little bit. I'm noticing, obviously, being down, I'm just hitting balls a little more carelessly out of frustration, if nothing else. So, I'm just going to try to stick in there and do my best for the rest of the match.
All right, cool. Good luck to both of you.
Yeah,
we have
Jim,
4 racks remaining. Ruben, go ahead.
Yeah, there's one thing we've learned about this game is when somebody's down, they want to come back, they do change their game, and it gets them more in trouble. So I just want to let Joe know, whatever plan you came with, stick with it, because we've seen it too many times where it happens on the last break. We've seen it several times where they change the break, they change something, and everything goes, worse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're still in it. Just whatever plan you came with, you already know what you're doing wrong.
Absolutely. Good luck to both of you guys. Joe, if you're all set, Chris, if you're all set, we're going to continue with Joe breaking rack number 6. The floor is yours, Joe.
Made the 5.
5 ball on the break.
And I'll just play it as a live.
All right. Joe will be playing for 11.
Now, I'm going to take ball in hand.
All right. Joe will be playing for 9.
I would hate to hit the nipple and hit 0 or whatever. That would not be good.
Just a reminder to the viewers, a player can declare, but until he picks that ball up, it is not official. So he can change his mind until that cue ball moves. So Joe with a 4 in rack number 6 for a total of 27. All right, Chris. Chris, can you unmute yourself? Thank you. Thanks, sir. Rack number 6. Looks like 2 balls on the break.
Yeah, I think that was the 5 ball and the 8 ball.
5 ball, 8 ball. Just before Chris shoots, I just want to thank everyone. I saw 101 viewers.
Wow.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you for the support for the players, myself, and the pool community. Awesome.
All right, I'm going to take ball in hand.
Okay, playing for 9.
Don't want to make the same mistake twice. I think that was a skid.
Great shot, Chris. Let's see the position he's left with.
Thank you.
So Chris did take ball in hand. Perfect run out for a total of 9. And in rack 6, or after rack 6, Chris with a total of 40. So we have Joe 37, Chris at 40 after rack number 6. All right, Joe, rack number 7. Looks like 2 balls down on the break.
Not taking ball in hand. I made
What
the
ball?
7 and 8.
7, 8. Playing for 11. So Joe with a 2 in rack number 7 for a total of 29. All right, Chris, rack number 7. Looks like another.
Looks like was that the 5 ball, the 7 ball, and the 6 ball? Yep.
5, 6, 7.
And this time, I'm not going to take ball in hand.
Chris is playing for 11, playing 6 ball. Chris did pocket the 5, 6, 7 on the break, so he's playing the 4 to the 8.
All right, I hear some background noise, so can someone go on mute, please?
So Chris with a 6 in rack number 7 for a total of 46. All right, Joe, rack number 8, Chris 46, and you are sitting at 29 after 7 racks. Looks like 2 balls down.
The 3. The 5.
3 and the 5.
Not taking ball in hand.
Playing for 11.
Yep, I'm on the 4.
So Joe with a total of 5 points for a grand total of 34. All right, Chris, rack number 8.
I think that was the 7 ball and the 8 ball.
7, 8.
Gonna have to take ball in hand on this one.
Playing for 9.
Really?
Good shot, Chris.
Thank you. Oh.
Wow, good shot.
Thank you.
Perfect position on the 9 ball. For a ball in hand, 9 ball run for a total of 55 after rack number 8. We're going into the final rack. We have Joe at 34 and Chris at 55.
Made the 1.
1 ball on the break. Joe with a 4 in rack number 9 for a total of 38. All right, Chris, congratulations for moving forward again. Let's go ahead and finish out. I want to let you go ahead and, play it out with no pressure.
What's my score?
55.
So if I get my 11, I've got my predicted 66.
There you go.
All right. So I guess no matter what happens, I'm not going to take ball in hand.
Okay.
Unless, of course, I scratch.
And then, of course, we play for 9.
I made the 5 on the break.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I hit that too hard. Got my position, though.
All right, so after a 4 in rack number 9 for Chris, he has a total of 59. So our final score, Joe 38, Chris 59. Let me bring everyone back in. And first of all, let me congratulate Chris for the victory moving forward. All right. Joe, you know, you were in chase mode the whole night. I mean, we figured that out, and you got a little frustrated, obviously, but that's this game. It's very frustrating. Things aren't rolling your way, but the good thing about it is you have another chance. You're going to the 1-loss side. You can battle your backside off, and you can come out of there, and you can get a rematch with Lil Chris. Okay. Learn from this tonight. And, that happens to everyone. It's happened to Darren. It's happened to Chuck. It's happened to Ruben. It is what it is. That's this game. All right. So I appreciate your effort tonight, but I want you to learn from this, and I want you to come out stronger in the 1-loss side, and I think you're going to do well. All right. You with us, Joe?
Yep, gotcha.
Okay. All right, man. Roopster, let me bring you in. So, we saw Joe get a little frustrated. You've been in that position as well. What's you need to do mentally to get back into it for the 1-loss side?
Mentally, you just can't give up, Even if we're losing this ghost thing, it's no joke, it beats you up, but you're not necessarily playing against Chris, even though you are, and you have this guy just running numbers up. But at the end of the day, we're still playing against our own rack, our own break, and everything we practice. I could already feel your frustration, Joe. You gave, a whole week of practicing. You already knew your opponent. And when things don't roll your way or our way, I could feel you. But one of the things, I'm going to take Chris's quote, like, you got to learn from it. Chris always says, you got to learn from it. What did you learn from it? And the best thing I could tell you is rewind the tape, watch where you broke down, because there's always a point in a match where we break down. And when you pick that spot, learn what happened and learn from it and come back stronger. You're still in it. Because
I'm going to tell you right now, Joe, we are down, especially after tomorrow. 3 more people are going home tomorrow, man. We are down to an elite group right now, and you are still part of that elite group. So I don't want you to get down on yourself. All right, Chris, he puts up some numbers. All right, we know that.
Am I on?
And I congratulate you that.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say something. This is family friendly. We're all, pool players and stuff. But you're right. You haven't seen my game yet. You guys don't know how I actually play. This was complete garbage. no knock to anybody else. It's just me. But honestly, this was bullshit playing. I mean, this is not my fucking game. I'm sorry, but like, I took myself out so early, and I don't care about the score. I wasn't thinking about Chris. I was just like, okay, well, nothing's working, you know, and you get to that spot where it's just like, well, I'm going to play timid then, because everything I'm trying to do isn't working. And from my vantage point, my breaks weren't the issue at all. I thought my breaks, I had open tables, I think, almost every time. And, you know, it just got to that point where I'm just like I had a 4-ball up there. It was just a tap out after that ball. And I aimed it to throw it in the pocket and didn't use enough English and missed it. And I'm just like, how did I miss that ball? And I did that like 1 or 2 times every rack. It was just like, just totally uncharacteristic crap. That's just like, all right, well, now that's happened 5 out of 6 racks. And then you get to a point where it's just like, this is just how it's going to go. And it's, for me, it's next to impossible to come out of that mindset completely and then go, okay, I'm going to reset everything. Like,
And Joe, I don't mean to cut you off, but I got another guy sitting right here, Darren, Mr. Edit One, who's been through the same exact.
I'm a hothead too, man. I'm a hothead too. But you know, I mean, you have to take it back. I mean, the best part about being in a shitty situation like this is that you're going to look back on it and you're going to be like, I don't want to be in that stupid situation again. So where was the point? Like Ruben said, where was the point where that happened?
Yeah.
And let's go the other direction next time. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to even be the one to sit here and try to talk you off the ledge, brother, because I was in the same spot, you know.
Yeah.
And I've been in that spot many times playing competitively. Everybody wants to play good. Everybody wants to win. And if nothing else, everybody wants to play their best game. And when you play short of that and you play with some version of yourself that you just absolutely can't stand, then yeah, it irks the hell out of you, man. And everybody's been there, you know. Everybody's been there. So
yeah. So sorry about the vent, but
No, you're good, man. I understand, but again, he's in the 1-loss side, and I know he's going to come back strong. But let me switch directions here, Chuck. You're still on the winner side. Chris could be your opponent here in the future. The man shot well tonight. 59. That's like 5th best score ever. Pretty awesome shooting, obviously.
I'm going to say fix the rack where I only scored a 1 and I break my own record.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim, what do you want from all these people?
Yes. But Chuck, looking forward, you have a big match on Saturday. What can we do to get this guy right now, man? He's shooting pretty well.
I don't know. Chris, if we play, I think I need a spot. I go to 9, you go to 5. And we'll pull up our scores then. But no, I mean, it's not no fun if it's not a challenge. I mean, Joe, man, I feel for you as far as, we all have bad nights. My first challenge match ever on Jim's live stream, I couldn't put 2 balls to save my life together. I mean, I just got off work. I'm not using that excuse, man. I just couldn't feel it, man. I mean, some days you can't miss. I mean, nothing can go wrong. You feeling it, and just some days you just can't feel nothing, and nothing rolls good, and and that can happen from game to game. I mean, you can play lights out one game, and the very next game, it's like what happened. So, but while this is going on, like my last match with Dante, I mean, you're gonna have your bad racks, but you just got to keep going and just say, hey, just let it go and not get upset. I know it's really hard to say because it's a really hard game not to get upset at yourself, and that's really what you're doing, to getting upset at yourself. And then the more you get upset at yourself, the more of quicksand you get into. You keep sinking.
That's well put, Chuck, because you could see the demeanor of Joe as the racks were going on. He was frustrated. As he said in his own words, that's not him. Okay, and we know it's not. We've seen this man put up some serious numbers. That's not Joe. He'll be back. He's got another shot at it, and I look forward to your match.
And one thing I've learned about this tournament is even though you lost, Joe, nobody has any less respect for you than we did the first time we saw you.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody knows everybody has bad nights. I mean, we're not professionals. I mean, we're not out there with 800 follower rates. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just take it as a grain of salt and just lick your wounds and come back in the loser or the B side. We call it B side, and you still make it to the end of this. So that's a good thing about this double elimination. And
I'll tell you what, man, you're not that far away right now. We don't have that far. I'm going to put an update to the bracket out tonight. You're going to see you don't have far to go to make it back into the winner's side and play for the finals. But first of all, let me back this up. Chris, we've gone a couple directions, but man, I'll tell you what, man, great shooting again tonight. I know you had a couple racks that weren't up to your standards, but it is what it is. And you're moving on, man. And, congratulations. And, you just lived up to everything that we perceive you. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to that.
Yeah, I just want to go off of what Joe's comments were, because I'm sure most of y'all are probably just as seasoned in this game as I am. And Joe, I'm not familiar with how long that you've been playing, but after I missed a ball in hand shot, you would think my emotions would just go to crap. You would say to yourself, well, who misses a ball in hand shot? But I've been in the game long enough to still be able to keep my composure, and there's still times where I will lose my composure. And when that does happen, then everything, it just goes downhill. So I have to agree with you that you picked your own mistake, your speed control. Everybody's heard me say throughout this entire tournament, it's like, yeah, y'all have got wonderful breaks, but y'all, I can't see y'all keeping that cue ball tight, because the cue ball is moving all over the place, and the next thing you know, you're shooting one hard shot after another, and then you're bound to miss. So, just judging by once I saw your demeanor start to change, before that, I was seeing the same thing where you were just overshooting your shots, and you identified that yourself, so you know what the mistake is. So now you start working on how to fix it.
Well put, Chris. So, Joe, I know I don't even have to say this. I'm just saying this for the viewers. Back to the table. I already know you'll be on the table tonight, without a question. And I'll talk to you later, I'm sure, and we're going to have a conversation. But Chris, congratulations on moving forward. Joe, I know you're going to fight your backside off to make it through there. And go ahead, Rooster.
Yeah, I just want to say, Chris, do you even have a weak game?
Yeah.
we have not seen a weak game from you, man. I know I don't say much, when I go to but I mean, you're always in the 50s, man.
Well, I mean,
breaking your own your score again.
It's not like I want to toot my own horn here, though. But I mean, I'm not joking when I say if the break is there, and mind you, I'm not scoring 11s, but if my break is there and I don't have a clutter, then it's just down to cue ball execution. And y'all should have seen plenty of times now. I keep my cue ball movement tight, unless of course I get out of line. Y'all saw me get out of line a couple of times, and I had to turn the cue ball loose. And then I got it back in line, and then tried to finish racks from there. So I mean, that's just me, practicing what I preach. And as long as I can keep my composure, especially when I start getting out of line, then it's entirely up to me to get back in line, especially in a format like this. Versus if I have an opponent, I'm waiting for my opponent to make a mistake. In this format, I'm waiting for me to correct my mistake so that I can still keep playing solid.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Chris did make 19 balls on the break in 9 racks, so he was playing 7 ball. I mean, nothing against it, but that helps.
Yeah, I mean, the way you've been keeping your composure and going rack after rack, even after, missing ball in hand. You come back with another 9 and just keep going. And it's like you picked up where you left off and just keep going.
Absolutely.
For all the viewers out there that play this game, that's a lesson for you. Not every game's going to go your way. You miss a ball in hand, you miss an easy shot. You got to keep it up here. Chris missed a ball in hand in the 5th.
Yeah.
And, he bounced back with a 9 and a 6. His next rack was a run. So, that's what it's all about right there.
Well, you got
Make up for the mistake.
I mean,
you
a
got to
lot of
let
times,
you got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself and let it go. Everybody's going to make mistakes. We're all going to miss. And when you miss, you don't need to dwell on it. Just say, I missed, go sit down and, if you're playing another opponent, of course, go sit down and just, wait for your next turn at the table. And then, try to erase everything that just happened that previous game or the previous ball you missed. And just, I used to get upset at myself when I would lose or I'd go home. I mean, I would throw my stick down, you know the type, you know how it is. Everybody's been there. But once I let that go, I started being able to come back and win more racks because I'm not getting upset at myself. The next game, I'm clear-minded, and my game jumped from like here to here. I mean, like that.
And that's maturing in this game. That's what it's all about. That's a little, and I'm not saying Joe's immature or anything like that, but Chuck has been through it a lot for a lot of years, and he understands he's going to have nights like that, and he's going to bounce back from it rather than getting ticked off at himself. He's going to learn from it, and that's what we're saying right now. And I know Joe's going to learn from it, and I know he's going to be on that table when we click off here in a few minutes. I guarantee he's going to be on that table. He's going to figure out what the heck's going on right now, and he's going to be back in the one-loss side.
Hey, Jim,
Yep.
sorry to cut you off.
You're
There's
good.
one thing I could pick up, even for the viewers, if we could learn from this, we could always learn from our opponent as well, We don't only have to learn from our mistakes, but you actually have to, we are playing against ourselves, but we also, you have an opponent out there. If things are going good his way, we could always learn from that opponent and respect what he's doing and pick up on stuff like that.
Yeah, if you're not learning anything from Lil Chris right now,
Yep.
something's wrong.
Exactly.
The man's playing this game to a T right now, so to speak. He's doing very well. So, he's moving into the elite group here in the winter side. So, let me just cover a couple things before we sign off here. First of all, I want to thank all three of my co-hosts tonight. Awesome job. Joe, great job tonight. I understand it wasn't that wasn't Joe's pool school that we're used to, but I know you're going to work it out. Chris, you were Chris tonight. All right. 59, it is what it is. I mean, you do what you do, and you do it well. But tomorrow night, we have a big one. 3 people going home. We have Josh Duff from the practice room, affiliated with the practice room, against Morgan Bass, who will be playing at Chuck's place. All right. The winner of that will move forward in another one-loss side. So one person will be eliminated in that first match from the tournament. We will have the winner versus Dante from Talking Runs and Making Runs. Approximately a half hour after that, we'll go back to back. One person will be eliminated from the tournament after that match. We will be moving ahead to John Drago from California. The winner will play him, and another person will be leaving us after that match at approximately 9:30. So we have an 8:30 start time, and approximately a half hour of that. After that, we will play the second match, and then after that will be the third match. And then Saturday at 7 p.m., a special time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Chuck from Backyard Billiards against Sean Bell from Kentucky. That's our other winner side match. The winner of that, who do you think they play?
Chris.
That will be a Lil Chris. All right. So
I'm waiting.
we're getting down there. So if you have not subscribed yet, I don't know why, but that's okay. That's your choice. But if you want updates, make sure you do. I will send out to all the players. I will have an updated bracket for you. Congratulations to Chris, Joe. We're going to see you again. My 3 co-hosts. Awesome job tonight, man. Fans, I saw, I think, 104 tonight.
That's awesome.
That's absolutely incredible. It really is. I appreciate everyone's support. These players appreciate your support. Make sure we're here tomorrow to show the same thing, if at all possible. And other than that, anybody have anything to close on?
Yeah, like my next match, and if I do win, I face Chris. I'm looking at it as, I'm not scared, but I'm excited. I mean, I don't want it easy. I mean, if I get in there and I try my best and I lose, I mean, that's the way it goes. And I'm not going to go down swinging. I mean, without swinging. Even if I get down, to the last game, I mean, I'm still, going to put it all out there and do my best every game, no matter what happens. So, if I do face, Chris and he beats me, I'm going to, still be gunning for him. But, I'm not going to be scared of him, of course, but, that's just the way this game is. You got to respect everybody but don't fear nobody.
Absolutely. Well said. All right. Again, congratulations to Chris. Joe, we'll see you. My 3 co-hosts, awesome job tonight. Fans, thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 people will leave us tomorrow. And as always, have a good one.
Take care, everybody.